Ooh my god, guys. This is day 2. And she is fucking puffed up. Whew. Man, that thing fucking hurts. Everyone's like, drill a hole in it. Drill a hole in it. Yeah, you know, I worked at a lumber mill, and I've crushed my hands before. I've forgotten what it feels like, but I've done the drill the hole in it, and you still lose the nail. So you're just going through a bunch of fucking agony of drilling a hole in your nail and all this other shit for nothing. I don't know if he's trying to remove the motor at one point, but he's missing a lot of fucking bolts where they're supposed to be. I don't know if something was attached there or not, but I got my magnet here, my trusty Mega Mag, and we're going to see if we can get that collar off. That's a collar around that. Motherfucker. I guess you don't come off, huh? That the only thing holding that collar on was the nut. Because that's how the sprocket stays connected. So for some reason she ain't coming off. I'm gonna try some heat. Let's try a little fucking foo-foo penetrating oil here. That out of here. I'll get some heat going. Oh, fucking shit! Fucker! Motherfucker! I didn't expect that one. Bitch. Alright. Well, since we got the fire out. Jesus Christ! Go out! Fucking bitch! God fucking damn it! Where's all this flame coming from? Okay, we're done with the heat. Going for a different route here. No more fire. So after closer inspection, there is no collar. This is the very end of the teeth that come out, and that's where the old sprocket would slide on, and you basically tighten the nut to keep it in there. But this is just the shaft resting on a bearing. Duh. So we got this shitbag quad up on stilts here, and I got to get the chain off and get it in some diesel so we can see if we can bring it back to life. That way we can pull it out to measure where the sprocket's supposed to sit out, because as you all remember, I tried to get that piece out, but obviously it doesn't. There's no piece. So I'm going to show you what I'm thinking of doing here. But I need to know the exact location, otherwise we'll have a chain that falls off every time you try to have fun. Well, lo and behold, I had a sprocket in my junk drawer. Yes, I actually keep some shit. I don't throw it all away. And it looks like, to me, it fits. Fits like a glove. So we got the right spacing, the right everything else. Fits in there. Good. Now, how am I going to attach this, right? That's what you're asking. So what? You got a fucking sprocket. What are you going to do to attach it? Because look at that. I gotta actually come out so that the chain can have room between the case and all that. So, and I got nothing to hook this to, right? And you're like, oh, you fucking idiot. So, watch this. I tried to fight that one, guys. Sorry. I got a sleeve here, and what I got to do is grind it down a little bit so it fits in there. We'll weld this to the sleeve. The sleeve that fits over this. Now we don't need this bolt. All we need is that smooth part, really. What I'm going to do is cut the thread off, cut this back of the bolt off, and we're going to weld it. God damn! I vomited in my mouth. Oh, that is sick. Anyways, we're going to weld it to this shaft here. Not the thread part, like I said. I'm going to cut it back. This is even tapered, so that'll help my welding too, so I can get in there. I'm going to clean it up with my disc, but weld it to there, slip the sleeve on, and position it to where I want it for how far away from the case, then weld it to it. So I mean, and this fits on here so tight and so fit. It's a 5/8 diameter bolt, and then I got a 3/4 inch sleeve, and I mean it fits on there so snug that I don't got to worry about it for true when I weld it to the bolt. But I do got to worry about it for true when I weld it to this sprocket. Otherwise, I get it like this, it's going to be doing the old cartwheel, you know, and off goes the chainy chain. And Craigslist guys are just going to be pissed because they want to ride them. Well, they never ride them around here, I tell you this. They'll fucking buy it, get it home, and they'll be pissed. That's for sure. Well, before I got started on the grinding and welding part, I noticed that he'd taken out every bolt that went around and held this case together, and that's why we're missing the bolts too. He was planning on taking that shaft out and replacing it, or doing what I'm doing. So now that he's already got all that step taken care of for me, I'm thinking of just pulling it now instead of just welding it where it sits. But then I gotta go and fucking get a bunch of bolts now that'll fit all these. That son of a bitch. Got the case cracked. She popped off. Got the shifting mechanism in there, but man, it is full of water bad. It's got a lot of contaminant in there. So I need to clean this out. I don't have this gasket, but I have gasket making material, which is good enough, right? So I'll maybe put that on there after, but now I can get the shaft out. This is the drive shaft that we want. I'll spray the rest out with just brake cleaner in there or something like that, acetone. Get that bitch cleaned out. You know what that is in there, don't you? That's a bad seal. Bad fucking seal. Why? So, I got two choices. I can buy the seal, wait for it to show up, or I can just fill this up with a little bit of gear oil, or maybe even grease, and sell it like that, and the guy can figure it out later when it starts leaking when he puts gear oil in it or something. Because, fuck, man. I hate waiting for parts when I'm so far ahead like this. Yeah, I'll let you guys know in the video what I do. Yeah, I looked into ordering it. It's gonna be at least 2 weeks with their stupid ass shipping, unless you pay the $5 extra on top, and then you can get the Expedient or whatever the fuck it's called, Express bullshit, where it'll ship here in like 4 days. But I don't feel like spending $20 on this, so I put a bunch of grease. That's our answer. Jesus Christ. Grade 8 steel is hard to fucking cut through, man. I've been on this thing for about 10 minutes. Fuck, I barely even scratched it, seems like. This one on the end here, right here. I don't want to touch it because I don't know if it's still hot or not. But I cut that with the wheel grinder, and it cut through pretty decent. I'm trying to touch it up, make it straighter, but I'm going to cut this off first. I'm trying to cut this straight too. But man alive, it just ate up my best blade. Yeehaw! Nothing can stand my fucking torture. I'll break it off, tear it off, fucking hump it off. Next, we get to weld it. Well, I just realized that I need to make sure this thing's centered, or else it's going to do the old wob 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 wob, which wouldn't be too bad. I mean, the chain would be on there, but you'd see the chain kind of doing like an old steam train motion. That's what it's got to be centered just right. It's got to be, you know, tipped just right. There's so many fucking variables. This is gonna be so fun. Not bad. Gonna weld it now. Wish me luck. That wasn't good. That's better. Fuck. Yeah, it was okay. That sure pulls it. Fuck. Got a fire! Fucking fire! Goddamn shop rags. Please be careful. Where's my lucky hammer? Now that's fucking right there. That's pretty damn close. Is it focusing? Piece of shit camera. The only thing I'm looking at here is the up and the side to side now, but it's dead center. To my eye, that is. I couldn't tell you what it looks like to your guys' fucked up eyes. Shit. I wish there was a way I could just tap that down on the end. Have to be careful. That's fucking dead on though. God damn it, I wish there was a way I could pull it from that one side without breaking that weld. Alright, good enough. All done. You think I fucking care? I don't. If you asked, I don't. Boom, shakalaka. And now we gotta build the sprocket. Right there, looks about good to me. Holy fuck, that's perfect. Hold on, I'm gonna weld that real quick.